back to the Basement Gun Shop. So, part 3 of the AR build, actually milling the receiver and introducing my new mill. That went up the other night. I had some Led Zeppelin playing in the background, and YouTube immediately flagged it as having some copyrighted materials in it, because I had Led Zeppelin playing on the iPod over here on the bench speakers, and it was in the background, and well, they kind of called me on it. So I took it down, took the music out, shut off the audio track for that part, and then just uploaded it back. So part 3 of the AR build's up there. So now it's time to talk about the parts list. Some of the parts will be in this Friday. So here's what's on the agenda for building it. Let's see, we're going to start out with an Aero Precision stripped upper receiver, because it's a stripped upper. All the parts I used are forged, not castings. Forged aluminum. Anytime you pour a liquid into a mold, it's possible to trap air bubbles. There's no way to account for them. They try to in the quality control process, but hey. Forgings are basically a block of screaming hot metal just before it turns molten, but still in block, and then it's hammered into shape and then milled. So forgings are generally stronger than castings, which is why I look for forged parts as far as receivers. Okay, so we're going with an Aero Precision stripped upper receiver, a high standard buttstock mounting kit, a high standard forward assist assembly, and a Midwest Industries free float gas piston forend. One of the biggest pains in the ass about building an AR, especially if you want to put a free float forend on it and make it a piston driven AR, is finding a forend that's relieved for gas piston. Daniel Defense makes one. It's like $300 and some odd. That's just ridiculous, I think. Okay, I'm not knocking Daniels. They make great stuff. It looks really cool, but come on, $330 some for a free float forend. So, what else? Troy Industries sling plate mount. It gives you 2 points of attachment for a QD swivel. I have one on another AR that I built. It's great for single point slings. It gives you 2 points of attachment, left or right, for single point slings. Let's see, that's $40.34 just for that sling plate. The high standard forward assist assembly, $14.89. The high standard butt plate mounting kit, $51.69. The stripped Aero Precision receiver, $75. The Midwest Industries free float forend, $182.86. That's pretty much all the parts I have on order, or that are on the way and will be here Friday. Why, you may ask? Well, I'll tell you. I also decided on a color scheme. So what I'm going to do with this AR is the lower receiver, upper receiver, free float forend, barrel nut, and buffer tube are going to get Duracoated flat dark earth. The Duracoat came in yesterday, so I have all the stuff I need to do that. I've had that for quite some time. In fact, I'm actually surprised my compressor just hasn't kicked on in the middle of filming one of these and made me jump halfway out of my skin, because it's really loud when it turns on. Well, anyhow, then those are the parts that I'm going to Duracoat flat dark earth. After that, the rest of the parts are going to stay evil AR black. And God, I hope you know I'm joking when I say the evil AR black, because God knows those black rifles are so evil. It's a frickin' inanimate object. And I'm really, after all the stuff coming out of Connecticut, I'm really trying to stay away from politics right now and stick to the topic at hand. So after all that, we're going to throw a Yankee Hill Machine 16-inch barrel, M4 barrel. Has the M4 feed ramps. It's a 1-in-7 twist, 16-inch. Has the M4 profile. An Adams Arms gas piston conversion kit. What else do I have on this page? Barrel, gas piston conversion. I'm going to use a Stag lower parts kit for the trigger, hammer, disconnector, safety, the detents and springs. I'm going to stay away from engraved parts on this gun, like the pivot and takedown pins. I'm just going to have a standard magazine release, standard takedown and pivot pins, ambidextrous safety. I will get the Stag lower parts kit with the ambidextrous safety just because I like to have that functionality on my guns. What else? A Phase 5 tactical extended bolt release version 2. So it's the EBR-V2 extended bolt release. It's just really cool, skeletonized. Obviously it's a takeoff of the Magpul bat lever. They had it first, so anything after that's a takeoff. But it looks cool. It's kind of skeletonized and it's got a frame to it. And I think it'll look good up against the flat dark earth receivers. The only thing I'm gonna put on this that's engraved is the ejection port cover. It's from Black Rain Ordnance, and on the inside of the ejection port cover, when it flips open, it says "Let it rain." After that, of course, you have to pick up the ejection port cover hinge, the rod that holds it in place, the hinge spring, and the C-clip to go on the rod. A set of Diamond Head USA sights. I have Diamond Head sights on my Stag Model 8T. In fact, they came from the factory with those. I wasn't too impressed by them when I first got the gun prior to taking it to the range, but after having shot them, I really like the way they come up and the way they present and the way they line up. They're your standard peeps, rear pip sight and front post, but instead of being round, they're diamond shaped, so you have a more precise lineup. There's clearly defined edges when you line up the pip with the housing on the front sight and the front post. So I really like those. They're a little costly. They're $197, but what the hell. I'm going to pick up a couple set of Surefire rail covers, and that will about cover it for the parts going onto this rifle. I'm going to pick up a Magpul skeletonized buttstock and a Magpul pistol grip, both in black. As far as sights, I was toying with the idea of picking up an Aimpoint Pro or PRO, Patrol Rifle Optic. But once again, I was on the Sightmark website and they have a new tactical red dot sight. And if you give me just a minute, I'll go get it. I ordered it just on impulse, really. But if you give me just a minute, I'll go get it. That's it. Simple, no magnification, 5 brightness settings. It's a 5 MOA dot. That is a drawback as far as I'm concerned. That means that at 100 yards, the red dot is going to cover 5 inches, a circle 5 inches in diameter of your target. But hey, I can live with that. I can shoot that. I also tried this out with the Sightmark magnifier on this gun on my Stag Model 8T. It's kind of real cluttered when you have all that stuff up here. This next build is going to be a complete flat top, so I'll see how it looks on that build. But it's a very simple optic, one tube. According to the instructions pamphlet that comes with it, it's fully coated, water resistant, fog proof, shock proof, you know, all the proofs that they throw on optics nowadays. So we'll see how it plays out. I haven't shot it yet. Like I said, it just came yesterday and I put it on the gun last night. Just threw it up there. I haven't even bore sighted it. I have to say, I'm for what it was, for what I paid for it, I'm kind of impressed with it. It was only 95 bucks. So I'm toying with the idea of putting these optics on. I think I've said before on my M1A, I have a Sightmark 10 to 40 triple duty rifle scope. For what I paid for it, I'm very impressed with the way it shoots. And I'm impressed with the way it maintains all the zeros, and you know, so don't discount Sightmark in favor of the, you know, more expensive super duper optics like EOTech and Aimpoint and Trijicon ACOGs and stuff like that. Granted, it's a $100 sight versus a $1,200 sight. But that's not why I started this video. I started this video just to talk about the parts list for the AR build. Just to let you know what you're going to see coming down the line as the parts arrive. So this weekend, sometime after this weekend, probably Sunday night, maybe Monday night, you can expect to see the video of me doing all the Duracoating for the gun. And you can see, you know, my process for doing Duracoating, for how I do guns for myself and for other people. So here it is. It's yelling at me, build me, build me. And you know, I try to explain to it, I can only build as fast as the parts arrive. You gotta wait on the UPS guy and the FedEx guy, and it don't want to hear it. I don't know, you know. They say talking to inanimate objects means there's something wrong. I don't know. I'm joking. I do not hear voices. Inanimate objects do not talk to me. So, that's all for right now. Short, sweet, to the point with a little ramble in there. So, thanks for watching the Basement Gun Shop. If you have any questions on the parts I'm going to be using or the parts I've mentioned, I will put up a scrolling parts list with the total that I'll end up paying. I believe for everything I want, I'm up around $1,000, maybe 1,100. But you know, I'm building a gas piston. Like I said, you can do direct impingements as a kit with an 80% receiver for $600. And after that, all you need is the mill or a friend with a mill to help you get it milled out, and a way to anodize or Duracoat the lower receiver, and you're done for less than $700 actually. So think about that. So until next time, if you like the channel, like it, subscribe, even better. Again, questions or comments, please leave them below in the comments. Other than that, thanks for watching, stay safe, and keep shooting.